So how was your day to day in Microsoft, or at least where you're working right now? Like, how are you finding it? And yeah, how's the week or months
Yeah.
like in terms of work?
Oh, yeah, it's really great here. I've kind of lucked out in the org that I've gotten into in Microsoft. So my days are it's very good with time management, I suppose. So day to day mostly looks like in the mornings, I start at 11 o'clock because I work Pacific time hours. So it's going to be
Okay.
11 for me in Toronto, but it's going to be like 8 or 7, I forget whatever the time is, in Vancouver and on the West Coast where most of my team is.
Yeah.
So I start my day 11, which makes like I got the morning off, which I like because I like to have a slow start to the day. I can go to the gym and whatnot. But yeah, like you start the mornings. Most of your meetings are in the mornings in the West Coast. So meetings mostly until 1 or 2 o'clock our time, and you're reading emails, catching up on what you've done on the day before, kind of planning your day. And the real coding just happens after lunch, which for me is like 3 to 4 is like that lunch hour because it's 12 to 1 there.
Yep.
And after 4 o'clock, there's usually no more meetings. You put your headphones on, you pick your favorite album, and you're basically just coding away or writing some kind of doc to present the next day.
Yeah.
That's the day to day.
Got you. And I guess you develop the skills where you're more efficient in terms of just like getting the
Yeah.
work done on a really like efficient time. I
Mhm.
guess like, are you constantly like trying new things, or is it just like, you're just doing work, and I think so that's enough in terms of
Yeah.
learning all the new.
Yeah. So for myself, right now in the position that I'm in my career right now,
Yeah.
I would like to have a very high growth trajectory at the moment so that I can like relax by the time I'm like, I don't know, like
Yeah.
maybe 35 and then just like chill until my retirement. Like, that is the point when you can almost go on cruise control. But right now I would like to be on high growth. The way that I go about it is, I think, slightly atypical because I'm not learning on the side after work. I'm not doing any kind of work or software thing after work. I would like to relax and just like
Yeah.
partake in my hobbies. But the way that I keep myself growing and make sure that I'm on this growth trajectory is to slowly expand my scope at work every so often. So at Microsoft, we work in quarters because like big tech, that's how they work.
Yeah.
And every quarter or every like half quarter, you want to make sure that your scope is slightly expanded so that you're ever so slightly uncomfortable. If
Yeah.
I'm like ever so slightly uncomfortable at the start of every quarter when we're planning, and I'm like ever so slightly nervous about how this is going to get done, or I'm not sure of how it's going to get done, that means that I'm in a good place. And it's been like that. It's been like successful so far. So
Gotcha.
just keep expanding the scope of your work. It works beautifully here. It worked really great at D12 and even co-ops, which are really short.
Yeah.
But like every month, try to make sure that you're trying something slightly more than what you did before.
Got you. And for like organizing your time, like in terms of, making sure, you're turned off from work,
Mhm.
do you have like something that you try doing just to make sure there's that separation between life and work?
Oh yeah. So for me, because I know that a very popular piece of advice is to make sure that your work is in a different place as your
Yeah. Yeah.
like where you relax. I don't have that luxury. It's like a pretty small, tiny Toronto apartment. But
Yeah.
what I like to do is I've got this like setup here that I'm using right now with my work computer. I'm gonna switch out the dock to my personal computer, and that means it's officially the off of work time. And that just the fact that I've taken my work laptop off the dock and plugged my own in, that really separates work life for me. Whenever work's done, just unplug your work computer and just have it sit on the side where it's like a little uncomfortable to reach and get. So I like to put a bunch of things on top. So at the very least, I need to like move those things around.
Yeah.
That also like helps me to say that no, that we are not in work time right now. Yeah.
Yeah.